Hello, welcome to Double Talk. I'm Mark Steffen.
Is this a drill? Or is this for real?
I said it was for real.
It sounded like you said it's a drill.
Okay, just go with it.
I'm going with it.
Oh, you never know what's going on here.
Never know when the show's on. So I'm wearing a Hawaiian shirt. Our theme is Piña Colada. But Piña Colada is special. It's more than just Hawaiian. So I'm wearing a Piña Colada shirt for that.
What's the difference?
Well, you tell me.
You always did want to strip on TV.
Yeah, just show Mark after I do my reveal. That's a good editorial.
What do you call that shirt?
I don't know, but it must be a Piña Colada shirt because after 3 Piña Coladas, this is what your vision looks like.
It looks like a parrot threw up all over you.
Colorful, isn't it? Anyway, so we think we're doing Piña Coladas. My question was, I went to Natural Grocers and said, well, what do you use? You know, there's coconut water, coconut milk, coconut cream. Mm-hmm. So the woman, I think her name's Amanda, said, well, I always use coconut cream.
Yes.
And so I looked at all 3 of them, and I'm thinking, I wonder what the difference is when you change them. So that's what we're exploring, the difference between coconut milk, coconut cream, and coconut water.
No, a lot of people just use a Piña Colada mix. We're not doing that. We're doing this from scratch.
I think they use something like Chico Lopez or Chico, something like that. And that has some sugar in it. This doesn't have sugar.
Or high fructose corn syrup, you never know.
And we never know what Mark's going to like because everything's sweet to him, so we don't have any sweeteners in this, we think.
Ooh, well, the pineapple juice will be sweet enough.
I know, but you
and
never
the
know.
orange.
So it was hard to find 2 parts of the cream because the cream turned out to be totally congealed.
It was quite congealed.
Hopefully from being cold.
Yeah, but you'll decongeal
We will decongeal when we work it out. So it's interesting. You look up the recipes for Piña Coladas. You can't look at it in any modern fancy guides. You have to look in the old-fashioned guides. So it's usually 1 part rum, 1 part coconut something, milk.
Now, are you saying the new guides are kind of snobbish against the Piña Colada?
That's exactly what I'm saying. Yes, they don't care about it.
Okay.
It's too simple. It is too simple. It's 1 of coconut, 1 of rum.
It's more complicated than a martini.
And 2 of, that's true. But a martini is worth it. This is only like 1 ounce of rum.
Yeah, that wasn't much rum.
We're going to be able to do like 4 or 5 of these on the show. I suppose we're going to have to.
I guess so.
So we're going to see how this works. So we hope that the congealed coconut cream decongeals with my fervent mixing.
There we go.
You can hear how thick it is. I'm getting tired, you wanna? I'll turn it up, I'll give it to you and you keep going.
Yeah, keep going. You
Keep
need
going.
All right, that's
All
enough.
right, that looks creamy enough. We'll see.
As you know, we always do a cocktail at the beginning of each show and have been doing so for many, many years.
Only for the last 7 years.
Yeah, that's true. 7 or 8?
I think 7.
We've begun our 11th year on the air.
This is,
You came in year 2, I believe.
Yes.
2 or 3.
I replaced 4 other gentlemen. I think. Ooh, that looks pretty good.
It's not bad. It's a bit thicky.
It looks
And
like
sticky?
the right. Usually put it on ice cubes or.
It smells pineapple-y.
It does. It smells correct.
All right.
Usually you have it on ice cubes or you mix it up in a blender. But we're going for taste and texture. And the look on Mark's face. What?
It's not bad. I'm no fan of pineapple. Really? I never have been for some reason. But I drink this.
Nah, it's a little bland. I think it's a little bland. Very wet pineapple.
I could use more coconut.
You know what it needs?
What does it need?
I planned ahead for
Oh,
this.
okay. Oh, that'd spark it up.
I'm thinking this is Solerno. It's a blood orange liqueur. And I was talking to somebody this morning. It was you, Ned. And mentioned it and thought, oh, maybe we should try this.
Couldn't hurt.
You up for it?
Yeah, go ahead.
Because this will add a little bit of sweetness.
That's what this show's all about, really.
Figuring it out.
Yeah. We're improvising.
And those of you who are sitting at home with bottles of Solerno in your
And who isn't?
pantry, I mean, everybody says, what can I do with the blood orange liqueur?
Ooh.
Ooh.
That does spark it up. Yeah. It gives it a whole new dimension.
Tastes like a taco. Or
It's
something.
no longer a Piña Colada.
No, it's not.
But it's something else that's maybe
It's an
better.
orangey Piña Colada.
Naranjo Colada.
And since most mixed drinks we have, you think of mixed drinks means you're mixing one or two alcoholic beverages to make the drink.
Mm-hmm.
Pina colada, you have one alcoholic beverage. It's like simple things like tequila sunrise,
Right. One
which
alcoholic beverage.
another friend of ours
And a
mentioned
fruity-
today. I was in a place where people were mentioning alcohol.
Yes.
Tequila sunrise theoretically only has one alcohol, right?
Yeah, because grenadine has no alcohol.
No, except he used triple sec,
Oh, okay. Well, now
which is a good idea.
which is better because grenadine has high fructose corn syrup.
And
you
that's
don't
why
want that.
That's why you drink it. Well, not if you have real grenadine. Anyhow, so this is going to be the thickest one. When we get bored, we'll do the next one. It'll be with milk. And then one of my favorite coconut waters is Taste Nirvana. We had a coconut water tasting about 4 years ago.
Yeah, we did.
And we tasted like 5 different ones. This one won. It was great.
So the progression today will be
Thick to
using
thin.
from coconut cream, coconut milk, and coconut water.
So it's going to be more like a cocktail at the end, rather than a creamy milkshake.
Yes.
An alcoholic milkshake. That's what people like about pina coladas.
You ever drink a Colorado Bulldog
I don't like animals.
or a Brandy Alexander?
Yeah.
Those are all creamy
Creamy
drinks.
drink.
That's what you drink when you're 18 years old and getting your first cocktails.
Desperate. You're desperate for something.
So hey,
Oh, okay. We have something.
last week I went to the Music in the Park, which they have every Sunday over at Young Park.
You're still dripping
And
wet.
I got there and it was canceled. Why? Because of the shooting in El Paso the day before.
Okay, because it was raining.
No, it wasn't. No, there was no rain. They used that as an excuse to cancel it.
Oh, because they think that the guy was going to escape and shoot
No,
more
no.
people.
No, it's out of solidarity of some sort.
Well, there are a lot of tributes.
Meanwhile, there was an outdoor concert in El Paso Sunday night. At a time like this, we need entertainment.
That's true.
And it seems to me they could have dedicated the show to all the victims in El Paso.
It's been a nice idea.
Would have been a much better idea than canceling it.
You should have called the mayor up right away.
Well, I did get a hold of Ted Scanlon, and
Oh, well, he's ahead of that.
And he said he was going to go donate blood. Well, not on Sunday night. He's not.
No. Oh, well. So everybody this week has been giving their thoughts and prayers. But nobody's making a commitment.
Nobody's doing anything.
Yes.
What I'd like to know is, when are all of our guns going to protect us from all those guns?
Well, everybody now wants to have everybody having guns so that we can protect ourselves from the people who already have guns. But of the people who already have guns, it's an incredibly small percentage. But we're not going on percents. We're going on individual lives.
There's about 500 million guns in this country.
And how many million people?
350.
Yeah.
But a lot of those are children. A lot of those are felons. They're not allowed to have one.
And a lot of those are me,
You,
but not you.
an anti-gun person? You're anti-gun? Or just absent of gun?
I would rather not have people shooting each other. Whatever it takes. Don't they always say, whatever it takes? It's in every song. I'll give 110%, but they won't do anything to stop guns from proliferating.
Well, no, not in this country, because the Congress and the president are owned by the NRA. We know that.
This has a weird bite to it. Is that?
But we do have a new restaurant in town, so that's a positive thing. Mrs. AJ's Taste of Soul has reopened after being closed for a couple of years.
Yeah.
She was down there on South Solerno where the Indian restaurant is. She's since opened up in the vacant restaurant area where Mesilla Valley Kitchen was.
Was it Mesilla Valley Kitchen or the New York Pizza Shop?
I'm not sure, but I think it's
The
Mesilla-
picture looked like it was the
like
New
Mesilla
York
Valley
Pizza
Pizza.
Shop.
Well, it's over there in the Royal Plaza, so you can't miss it. It's got a big sign. So we got soul food again in Las Cruces.
And we went there when it first opened,
We
and
did.
it was pretty good.
We did our show there.
Everybody
actually.
wonders, did you?
Yeah.
No, I think that was before we did shows live.
Well, Chris and I went there, and we had a
You
meal
just-
there.
You
And
just
we
went there and ate, and I went there and ate too.
We took a lot of pictures.
And
some
those
video.
of you who always wondered about chicken and waffles, why would you think chicken and waffles? Well, they're the same color.
Well,
They are.
Unless you like dark meat.
They're soft. Well, it depends on how you
And
like
I
your
do.
waffles. Like that. If you like your waffles,
I
well
like
done.
them dark too. Yeah. So Mrs. AJ, Taste of Soul, welcome back. We'll be stopping in to see you real soon.
Yes. There's another one. The one that you said is next to the bail bondsman.
Yeah, that place is open too.
What's that? Mrs. B?
I can't remember the name of
I
it.
think it's
Mama
B.
Mama B's.
Mama B. So go there. They
That's
got a lot of
awesome.
honey.
And so, hey, have you been to Hobbs lately? Have you ever been to Hobbs?
No.
I was at Hobbs last year.
For you. I really
Yeah.
feel bad. Is that why you gave up being on Facebook?
It's on the
you're
edge
so
of the
embarrassed?
No, it's on the edge of the Permian Basin, and
That's true. It is at the edge of the world.
and there's lots of gas and oil going on there. And that's why United Airlines is now, you can now take a direct flight from Albuquerque to Hobbs
Wow.
on United Express.
Because a lot of businessmen and people who need jobs quickly.
There's a lot of people there, and they want to travel, and they have money.
Because of the Permian Basin.
Because of gas and oil.
Well,
Now, yet the second largest city in the state can't get an airline to Albuquerque. We used to have a couple of them
Yes,
off and
we
on.
did. We had our own
I've-
airport. We had
I've
our own
flew them.
airport, right?
I've flown to Denver from Las
I
Cruces.
flew from here to Santa Fe.
Yeah, you can. No, I did too. You can do it. Or you used to be able to
We didn't do it together, though. We did it totally separately.
Even back in the 70s, they had Zia Airlines
Yeah.
out of Las Cruces.
Wow.
And they've had 2 or 3 other different airlines out of Las Cruces.
Wait, United is an airline. They went under a long time ago, don't you remember?
No, they didn't.
Oh, no. Is that Pan Am?
That's
Is that
Pan Am,
some other one?
TWA.
Yeah, all those guys. That's from that era.
Continental went under.
So you're upset with, I think Continental merged with something.
The proud bird with the golden tail.
Perhaps.
It's the only way to fly.
So let's see, you got on this United Express.
Now, Mike Tejas, by the way,
Yeah, what
has,
about Mike
has
Tejas?
announced that he's running for mayor of Las Cruces. So far we have 4 people running for mayor.
What's he standing behind?
2 men
Was
and
that a
2
post
women.
that's in front of him?
Who cares?
It's hard to say. So Mike Tejas,
He's the newly announced candidate for mayor of Las Cruces.
and do you want to say anything more about him?
No.
Okay.
Now, we have a new hotel in town that's just opened.
We've all been waiting.
Courtyard Marriott on
Been
University
looking
Avenue.
pretty good as you go up and down. You know, and this is for your benefit. Up the street, they just opened a new restaurant. Are you aware of that?
What restaurant is that, Mike?
I believe it's called The King or something.
What?
The King. Wait, it's called Burger King.
Oh, a new Burger King?
I know. Is that hard to believe?
Where's that?
It's sort of near where all those, where Sweet CC's used to be, and down, but they built their own building, self-standing, kind of near IHOP. Hard to
near
believe.
IHOP. I see.
But they
yes.
built a new building, and Barb and I would drive up and down University looking for a place to park. Not really, but we'd go up and down thinking, "Wow, we're getting a new restaurant," and then the new restaurant says what its name is.
Yeah, then you realize
And
it's
then
really
you
not
go,
a
it's not-
restaurant.
it doesn't
It's
really
just
matter.
fast food, junk food. So Courtyard Marriott is right next door to the convention center, and
Yes.
it's going to be partially operated by the university as a training ground for students in hotel management and hospitality. And
We'll do that
you're going to
later.
have to get your can
We'll do
opener.
that. We'll do that after the break.
And
We'll do this one.
so it's right next to the convention center. Coincidentally, tonight at the convention center, Men Who Cook,
Oh yes, for
It's
the
going on.
hospice, right?
right? It's a fundraiser. And so a lot of men around town who think they know how to cook are in there cooking, whatever their
Who think
specialty
they know how to cook.
dish is.
Well,
Yeah.
their wives told them, "You better cook."
Well, the convention center has a really nice kitchen. I've been back there. It's very large. It's very well put together. And so Men Who Cook, it's $100 to get in.
But it's worth every penny.
Charity, and you get to sample, I don't know,
Tons of food.
dozens of different kinds of cuisine.
I think there's you're right, 4 dozen at least.
Yeah.
And who knows? Some of them may not be poison. Actually, men are very good cooks because they're willing to take chances.
Now, I'm not being sexist when I say this, but it's a fact. All the greatest chefs in the world are men. I don't.
Not really.
Yes.
There's Julia.
That's
Childs.
one.
Yeah, well, there's a bunch.
I'm saying-
MFK Fisher.
Statistically.
That's because men were out to get jobs and women were put in the background so they could help their men to their final success.
Well, I've gone out with a lot of women, and most of them couldn't cook worth a darn.
Well, that's just the women you go out with. You
That's
have to
true.
go out with these country
I
women.
keep looking.
Look for women in aprons. That's how you find them, man. That's the way to do it.
Now, we're going to have to take a break here.
Oh, yeah.
And when we come
Do
back, we're going to
taking a
try the
break?
Piña Colada with coconut milk.
Water. Water first, milk later.
Really?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Because at least
coconut-
this we know is going to work.
All right, with coconut water.
Come back and see what works or doesn't work.
If you dare.
Okay. Are we leaving? No, we're teaching the new guy.
Start shaking.
Listen to us shake. We're going to shake now. We're going to take a break. This is called the shake break.
Shake break.
There. Good. Here we are, back. We just finished our drink, and we'll be on for another, how long? 2 minutes?
Oh, we're going to break right now.
We'll keep shaking then. It smells very coconutty.
You found us on Channel 98. Keep watching because we have so much in store for you. We want to grow together. Your channel, local and real.
If we want to improve America's healthcare system, let's start by improving the health of Americans. Despite the best doctors, hospitals, and medical advancements, Americans are not as healthy as they should be. We spend too much on treatment and not enough on wellness and prevention. We need a system based on primary care. When patients have a medical home and a long-term relationship with a doctor, the result is a longer, healthier life and reduced medical costs for everyone. Let's make America a place where health is primary.
And we're back to Double Talk right here, making pina coladas today.
We believe we're back. We're back.
We'll pretend we are.
This one is with my favorite coconut water, Taste Nirvana. I mean, everybody knows what Nirvana is. It's that group where the guy committed suicide. Yeah. Don't know what it's named after.
Flannel shirts and...
Oh, look at that. That's thinner.
Ooh, yeah, better be, right?
Yeah, better be.
Yeah.
So it'd be
take
easy
this from you.
Sure, you need this to help with your toothache, right?
No, what were the ingredients in this one, Michael?
Same thing. Ounce of the coconut milk, 2 ounces of pineapple juice, ounce of the Cruzan rum. That works pretty nice because it's colder.
It's more liquidy.
Yeah, more liquidy.
It's less viscous.
More like a drink.
But once again, I bet that would help it.
Once again, you're probably right. Here, there's more of this. What?
Oh, okay.
Oh, you think I should do a...
Put that in this first.
So that I know how much you get?
Then we can put in a measured amount.
And how much measure do you want?
Well, we don't have to use it all when we, you know. But while you do that, I thought I'd mention the fact that
You're just trying to distract
the Border Patrol state checkpoints, east and north of town, west and north of town, are now open again. Except that one, which is the one north of town on Highway 28, Interstate 25, is not open. You have to go all the way to the one past Tier C. That one is now open.
Hey, why do you want to go to a checkpoint?
You don't want to.
Right, you don't want to go to a checkpoint.
You don't want to have to.
Why should you? It's just a pain in the
It's
neck.
been nice not having them if you're headed east. If you haven't, well, you can't leave this area without going through a checkpoint.
Well, that's the whole idea of checkpoints, right?
Going to Alamogordo, there's a checkpoint. You go north, there's a checkpoint.
Well, 100 miles has to be within 100 miles of the border.
You go north, there's 2 checkpoints. One on Highway 85 and one on I-25. How much did you put in?
About a half ounce for you.
Really?
How much? Not enough? You're making a funny face.
I hardly tasted. You sure you put some in?
Yeah, here.
Well, that'll make all the difference.
I can tell. I put some in.
Oh, delicious.
Yes. What a
Delicious.
delicate palate you have.
Yeah.
So no checkpoints.
Yeah,
Now there are.
There's an art
It's
exhibit.
funny, not being open is better than being open in that case.
But in Alamogordo, they complained. The sheriff there complained because too many drugs were coming through. Well, how does
How
he
do you
know?
complain about that?
How did he know? Because he was arresting people, catching people with drugs.
Right.
Well, then they're doing their job.
How can you complain about that? You're working too hard?
They want the Border Patrol to do their work for them.
Which would be what?
Because going into Alamogordo, there's a checkpoint south. Going toward El Paso,
Yeah.
there's a checkpoint right there by White Sands Monument.
Yeah.
And so Alamogordo was
So you're
sitting
saying
pretty.
nobody's looking?
Yeah, Alamogordo didn't have to worry about drugs coming through because the Border Patrol was there.
Well, maybe Alamogordo
But then they were closed for like 2 months,
knows less.
and so the drugs were flowing north.
Well, maybe it flows north easier even when you have people at the border who happen to know the people going by. Sure, go ahead. You never know. And not only that, if it weren't for that, how would people get their drugs?
That's right.
I don't know. They'd have to
They're
smuggle them.
They're providing a service to those in need.
Yes, if certain drugs were made more legal,
Accessible.
then you'd be okay.
Now,
Anyway, enough of that.
you
More-
like,
let's go to art.
You like art?
Yeah, he's a nice guy.
Art Courtney?
Yeah.
No. There's an art exhibit opening today. If you like art, go over to the Doniana Arts Council office over there in Mesilla.
Mm-hmm.
And there's an art exhibit opening today, the artwork of Frank Peacock.
Actually, it looks sort of like that. Well, that is one of the pieces there, but they're really pretty good. They're very open. They give you expansive ideas. And
it's always go there. It's for
we got a lot of pictures. Where'd you get all those pictures from? Did they just go online and?
Listen, Frank, send me over some pictures.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, so the art opening. It's an opening, so the artist will be there.
Yeah.
You talk to him, ask some questions, look at his artwork,
Wine and cheese.
wine and cheese and snacks. And it's over there right next to El Paisano Restaurant. Or Paisano Restaurant.
Paisano, yes.
Paisano.
Or
The
the
bulletin
bulletin.
office. No, nobody knows where the bulletin office is.
It's
Oh my God.
across from. Does anybody still know where
The old Lorenzo.
that wasn't Lorenzo's? Well, now it's Les Combs, but it used to be St. Clair.
Oh,
So
yeah, across Highway 28 from there.
they do the same thing with restaurants as they do with streets here.
They changed the name.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why not?
Idaho turns into Avenida de Mesilla.
Yes.
Maine turns into Alameda,
So that's going on today. Another thing that's happening around town of an
and the rest of the month. by the way.
artistic vein is there's a play that's opening. It opened last night downtown at the Las Cruces Community Theater. They're doing Neil Simon's Biloxi Blues.
We do plays here.
And, well, you don't. And that opened last night. I'm not the greatest of Neil Simon fans, I have to say.
No, but Neil Simon has a certain sort of comedy that's precious and sweet and
Yeah.
a throwback to the 60s.
And it's one of his later comedies, so it's
Yeah, and it was
It's not
from
a
when
joke a minute.
It's from when he was in the military, right?
yeah, it takes place in the military. In the movie, Matthew Broderick played the lead role. Christopher Walken played the sergeant.
And they're replaying those roles up on our stage.
So
Except those roles are being played by two other people.
yeah, they couldn't get Walken.
They couldn't. So that should be good.
Now, Movies in the Park is going on tonight as well. You ever go to the
When
Movies
is
in the
that,
Park? At Young Park. Movies in the Park. Tonight they're doing Bumblebee.
No, because they don't give you the remote. You need.
You
the
can't
remote.
pause it or
You
back it
can't
up.
pause it. I mean, if you have to go to the bathroom, what are you going to do? Yell?
Stop
I have to
the
go to
picture.
the bathroom, for God's sake. Throw in a commercial.
Yeah, no, you have to go before you get there.
Oh.
Or
Or
you
when
get
you're there.
Because they do have restrooms.
Oh, is the lake working?
You can go in the lake, I guess.
Yeah. You can flush that lake, obviously, because they've done that.
Somebody already did,
They did that,
apparently.
yeah.
Also, Sunday night, there's music in the park. We hope.
Well, we hope, what we hope doesn't happen is more calamities in the country.
Yeah, we hope.
They say they happen, it come in waves.
So we hope there won't be another excuse to cancel it.
Who's there tonight?
Although,
Tomorrow night.
a couple of weeks ago, it got rained out. Remember, you were there. I was there.
Yeah, I were.
It got rained out, and it could get rained out. It's the rainy season. But if it doesn't get rained out, there's two bands there. First one's called Boss. And the second one is Roger Ortega.
Oh, I love Roger Daltrey.
Ortega.
Roger
Ortega.
Oh.
And so that's going on in Music in the Park. That starts at 7 o'clock at Young Park, which is a nice time of the evening.
It is. It's really pleasant to sit around.
It is
The
very
park is
pleasant.
nice. The shade comes over. You can bring your little seats that you use outdoors and bring a picnic.
Bring your ice chest, your dinner, whatever you
Yes.
want. Yeah, it's very pleasant.
Wednesday night.
Wednesday
What's that?
night.
Farmers market.
Farmers Market at night. They're only doing 2 or 3 of them this year.
No, it's very special.
And so this may be the last one of the season. So that goes from
Okay,
5
lástima.
o'clock till 8 o'clock at night on Wednesday, this coming Wednesday night. It's very pleasant down there too when they do that.
It is.
Especially if you go later, like at 7.
Once the sun goes down.
Yes.
But you can also, if you plan correctly, you could sit at the Little Toad Creek and have some
Food trucks are there.
Yes, food trucks are good.
It's nice.
I guess the Zefiro's is open then.
Zefiro's.
And we can't forget the Amador Hotel. Always a fun place.
And Rosie's.
But not near there.
Rosie's Cantina is open too there.
Is it?
On Main Street, yeah.
Have you been there
for dinner?
recently?
Haven't been there lately.
Oh.
Also Wednesday night at the same time, they're going to have swing music on the plaza. So that'll be a fun time. So there'll be live music going on.
That's pretty much a combination event, right? Swing music and
farmers market.
Buying food from the food trucks.
Yeah.
Which is what farmers market ultimately is.
Farmers and crafts market.
And crafts.
Don't forget
well,
the crafts.
You can't eat the crafts. Actually, there's farmers market on Wednesday nights. Have the bagel store. Probably has a gluten-free store.
There's a guy that makes pizzas right there. He's got a mobile pizza oven.
Pizza oven, wow.
Yeah, it's good.
And
now,
you can dance swing.
That's going on. Now, also, we talked about art earlier. We're going to talk about it now. Peter Hurd, one of the most famous artists, he's from New Mexico. He did the portrait of Lyndon Johnson, you know.
Ooh.
And Lyndon Johnson says, that's the worst picture of me I've ever seen. Anyway, Peter Hurd's got an exhibit at the Farm and Ranch Museum right now.
Well, which
and
you
that's
can get
going to be
to.
well worth seeing, I think.
And I guess to close out the show, other than the fact that we've lost people in both Dayton and El Paso, which is very sad, we also lost Toni Morrison.
Toni Morrison, one of the great writers of our time, Nobel Prize winning author,
Yes.
Pulitzer Prize winning author.
Had a bunch of movies. Oprah loved her.
She wrote Beloved, which Oprah was in.
Yeah.
Yeah. So good friends with Oprah, obviously.
And I'm guessing Toni Morrison's a friend of Denise Chavez, right? Just
I wouldn't.
Denise Chavez would always, say anybody famous she knew. Also, we have done lots of book reading things, little book affairs.
Yes.
The Border Book Festival.
Yes.
Toni Morrison was never there, but that didn't matter. Other people were, and that's what counts.
Toni Morrison was too. She's a Nobel Prize winner. She's not going to come to the Border Book Festival.
I know. We only have a few Nobel Prize winners. The two of us for our TV show.
Well,
you can win a Nobel Prize for that, can't you?
I'm waiting for the Peabody Award, Michael Franklin.
Really?
I'm holding
Mr.
out
Peabody?
for the Peabody Award.
I'm waiting for the Sherman Award.
Well, enough of that. Let's get into the Wayback Machine.
Yes. Well, we don't know when this show ends. Usually it takes about a half hour to finish. What?
Okay.
Oh, we're going to just...
So
you know what? Overall...
we didn't try the milk,
We didn't try the milk. The milk is still too thick. I wouldn't consider this our most successable event.
No, but that's why we do these
Yes.
things, so you don't have to
Yes.
make the same mistakes we make.
So don't you go use, what is it? Topo Coco Lopez? Coco Lopez. I think this is...
The Pina Colada mix. Use this stuff. This stuff's pretty good.
That's not bad. It's like...
Coconut water.
It's, I don't know, just
But
the
put
whole
the Solerno-
concept does work. Oh, you know what?
the Solerno
It always works when you put a bunch of ice in it and put it in your mixer and it turns into a slushy, which is your whole purpose, to get drunk drinking milkshakes.
So-
That's our purpose too. And the purpose to our show is to make sure you drink healthy.
That's right.
And this is healthy because we used organic milk.
And pineapple juice. That's healthy.
Yes, pineapple juice has plenty of pines in it.
So thanks for watching. We'll be back next week with another episode of Double Talk.
Who knows what drink? We'll see.
No, we never know.